Is this working now? Yeah, this is me not knowing what the hell I'm doing, but it's okay. It's okay. What happened is, and it's working. Good. That's what I wanted to see what was happening. Listen, Bro Plata, I think this is episode 79. It's supposed to be. What's happening now is Ray can't be here. All right. So basically what happened, he slept through his alarm again or his phone died. I don't know. Either way, we promise you people a show, so I'm going to do my best to try to give you one. I don't know how well this is going to work. Probably not very well because I don't really know what direction I'm going to go. But the thing is, and this should be terrifying for Raymond, because at least I somehow figured out how to get this on air. It took me 2 tries because I think I have there'll be a lost 8-second episode. That's me just looking stupid at my phone. Besides that, this is good. We just don't need Ray, but I don't think there's too much to worry about that. So, all right. So what are we talking about? Fights mostly. We got that Czech dude. What's his name? Prozamakov against Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes coming off the loss to the champ, Jan Blachowicz. Man, I tell you what, and we talked about this before on the show. I did not realize how fucking powerful Jan Blachowicz was until he knocked out Reyes. I mean, he was knocking out Corey Anderson, but listen, I didn't think he'd knock out Corey Anderson. Then the next thing that happens is they put him up against Reyes. When, and I said this in the podcast, when they had John Jones vacate his belt, I thought for sure this was going to be Dominic Reyes' division. When I'm talking about the light heavyweight division of the UFC, I thought for sure this was going to be his division. I think he was going to clean that thing out. Because I saw how he looked against John Jones. I still think to this day he beat John Jones, and I'm not the only person who thinks that. But what happened? He fought the Polish power himself, Jan Blachowicz, and Jan popped him, bro. He looked so good too. He popped him and won the belt, right? And then you think, okay, so this guy just has the power. He has a couple fluky fights. Now, what does he do? He shocks the world, and beats Izzy and grinds Izzy out. Man, fights real smart. I mean, that's the experience. He's a 38-year-old man. But this is the thing. But don't give up on your dreams, fam. Don't give up on your dreams, because this guy was Blachowicz was not having a great career at all in the UFC. I don't know. He was like 3-4 or something like that. He was almost cut. Like if he would have lost his next fight, he would have been cut. But next thing you know, he's champion, bro. It's a fantastic story. And that guy knocked the Dominic Reyes. So we get to see Dominic Reyes for the first time since he got knocked out by Jan Blachowicz. Tonight against how do you say this guy's name? Yuri. I'm just gonna call him Yuri Prakazak. I don't know. This dude's from the Czech Republic. He has a fun nickname that I don't know what it means. Desina. I don't know. I love nicknames in foreign languages because a lot of the times I have no idea what they mean. You can chant them and you're like, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I could you be saying fat white people are the devil. I don't know what that is in Spanish or Czech or Russian. I don't know what that is, but I could be chanting it. I don't know. Also, you know what? Fat white people may be the devil. I mean, kind of terrible. We're super lazy, right? We eat all the good food, right? We're terrible to be behind at a buffet, right? We're all in barbershop quartets. It's just, we're not great people. So that kind of makes sense. But what I was saying with the 4 names, and this is going to go all over the place. I have ADD and I have no one else to keep me on track. There's a Cleveland Indians player named Roberto Hernandez, and his nickname is Bebo. And for years, I'm like, Bebo, cool. What the hell does that mean? This recently, I decided to Google what Bebo meant in Spanish, and it means like I drink or I drank. So I love him even more. Like I liked the nickname before, but Bebo's fun to say. Now, like, the guy's an alcoholic and he plays baseball. Fantastic. I think that might be kind of like a requirement. It used to be back in the day. It used to be a requirement to play professional baseball. Is you had to do a bender all night, right? And then you wake up early in the morning, take a bunch of greenies because they were all on amphetamines back then, and then you play the baseball game. It's going to be a lot of breaks like that too, because I do like my drinking. What's going on? It's my listen. People can't text me during. Listen, if you want to talk to me on this. All right. So my buddy Alan right here. Listen, talk to me on this, or just get on the podcast. I sent you the link. Just fucking get on there because I need the help. We can just talk about nothing. We can talk about fights. We can talk about anything. But Yuri Blachowicz, Dominic Reyes. I think Dominic Reyes is going to bounce back and win this fight. However, Yuri's, man, he's fantastic. Dude. He's a guy who, if I remember correctly, how old is he? He's 28. But they wanted him, the UFC tried to sign him before he came in, and then he decided he wasn't ready, which is smart. A lot of guys don't do that, right? You don't say, I'm not ready for the big stage yet. I'm going to hang out with these other promotions and do my thing because I don't want to wash out in the UFC. And he did his thing, and he started killing people in Ryzen. I mean, his last win again in Ryzen before he came over and beat Ozdemir was CB Dalloway, who was in the UFC for a long time. He's pretty solid. I had no idea he was over in Ryzen. Good for CB Dalloway, still fighting. But Yuri knocked him out with left hook, apparently, in the first round. And also he has, dude. Let's just go down this guy's wins. After Volkan Ozdemir, his only UFC fight, right? He beat him. And then what else? Ozdemir. Then he beat CB Dalloway, as I just said. Then Fabio Maldonado, also in the UFC. He had great hands, right? He knocked him out. Yeah, he knocked him out, right? I mean, a lot of people knocked him out. You know, I know who else? Stipe knocked him out and some other people. But then he knocked out King Mo and Ryzen. I don't know King Mo. Is King Mo still fighting? King Mo's in Ryzen, everybody. Didn't know. I don't know. Where can you watch Ryzen? Do they have pay-per-views? All right. He's been losing a lot. Doing a lot of losing. May not be fighting anymore. This is King Mo we're talking about. But what else is happening? See, this is me trying to figure out how to work my stream as I'm doing it. This is a work in progress. We'll probably just delete this one or light it on fire if that's possible. Or it could be the best episode. You know, listen, it could be the entire time. The reason the show isn't as big as it should be, I would say, is because Ray's just been bringing it down. We'll see. You know, maybe that's what it is. You know, maybe his energy, his right-wing conspiracy theories, his Islamophobia, which he'll get mad at me for saying, but he's not here right now. He can yell at me another time, right? He just can't do it right now. Hopefully Ray's all right. Okay, he did wake up, but he's not feeling it, right? It takes a lot, right? So, you know, and I listen. The people were promised the show, so here I am. All right, send me comments here. You know, and there's a lot of, this is pretty much open to a lot of people that come on. I've asked many people, and no one's into it right now. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Send me comments. Oh, sorry, this is me listening to myself. I'm sorry. That's me being what's the word? Narcissistic, and I want to make sure it's working. So it's working. What's going? My buddy Alan texted me. He said, "What's going on here? This is what's going on here. This. All right, Ray isn't here, like I said, and the show must go on. So here I am. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of this, me talking to myself and just rambling about nothing. But we're also going to get to some shit I wanted to talk about, like these fights. All right, these fights. So, oh man, the Browns just drafted another running back. He probably won't make the team from UCLA, some guy named Felton. You know what? That's what I know of it. You know what? Let's do that. The NFL draft was in Cleveland. Before we get to fights, NFL draft was in Cleveland this weekend. Ray bitched about it because Ray bitches about everything. And the Browns had a good draft. I very much like what the Browns did. My Cleveland Browns, my Brownies, the next Super Bowl champions of the world. The Cleveland Browns did it in this draft. So I'm gonna welcome some people to the Cleveland Browns here if I can get this list up. They made some great picks. They picked a cornerback from Northwestern. Actually, what kind of happened is like people were falling to him who I didn't think were going to be at their picks. Like I didn't think they thought Newsome was going to be at 26, which where the Browns had their first pick. But he was, and they took him. And the same thing in the second round when they took the linebacker from Notre Dame. Yeah, right, man. I'm sure doing it. Thank you, MMA host, for checking in. Oh, yeah. I need to say this. Congrats on the child, right, to Moss and Jamie. Jesse, I'm sorry. I can't remember names. I apologize. But you guys had the baby and a little girl, apparently. Congratulations to those people, to you guys. That's pretty cool. And, yeah, this is me. This is me trying to do it without Ray. Listen, the show must go on. The show must go on. And it's going to be all over the place. It's going to be. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're going to talk about fights. And right now, as I said, I'm going to welcome some people to the Cleveland Browns. All right, my team, the Cleveland Browns. Where's my helmet? Here it is. Listen, Dog Pound. We got some new guys. We got Jeremiah. Excuse me. First, Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome the second from Northwestern. Great lockdown corner. Fantastic. Didn't think he'd be there at 26. He's there. They got him. Another guy I didn't think we'd get because I thought he'd be gone in the first round. Jeremiah Osowu Koromoa. I'm just going to call him J-O-K. Can we just call him that? J-O-K. J-O-K. He's a Brown now, baby, from Notre Dame. Linebacker. Very happy to get him. I think that's a steal of the draft. I hope it ends up being the steal of the draft. Then in round 3, Anthony Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. All right. This guy, fastest guy in the draft. Fastest guy in the draft, fam. Runs a 4.26 40. 4.26. That's Olympic speed, fam. That is so fast. He has some route running issues, apparently. He'll get it, though. He'll get it. He has great. Listen, you got Odell Beckham. You got Jarvis Landry, right? You got Hollywood Higgins, right? You got all these guys who are going to teach the boy. They're going to teach him how to run those routes and straight up speed. No one's faster. And I don't know if they're going to use him on special teams, maybe returns, or maybe as a gunner as well. But you're going to see this guy get the ball in some sweeps until he learns how to run routes. I mean, he has pure track speed. You can't teach that. You can try. But then this kid is gifted with his fastness, as I'll say. Then we get James Hudson, an offensive tackle from Cincinnati. Then Tommy Toyoga from the Ohio State University. As a Buckeyes fan, I was very happy we got a Buckeye. And this guy's tough. He's tough. We needed a little bit of depth there on the inside of the defensive line. He's a big hoss. He'll help out. Now that Sheldon Richardson may or may not be with the team, they released him. But we'll see. They may sign him back. I don't know what happened, actually. I haven't checked to see if he signed with anybody else. This is me being lazy. And we're an MMA show. However, I'm also pretty lazy with that as well. Then Tony Fields from West Virginia. He played at Arizona and West Virginia. He's a linebacker. Some people say he's undersized. I don't think that's true. I don't know. And then we have a guy, he's a safety, maybe. Richard LeConte from Georgia. And the last pick they just made, I said he was a running back. I am mistaken. Demetric Felton is a receiver from UCLA. So there we go. That's what the Browns did today and yesterday and the day before. I'm happy about it. Andrew Berry is a fantastic GM. And congrats to him and his kid as well. He had a child. Yeah, my buddy Garen had a child. Oh, people having kids. Look at that. These are quarantine babies, right? That's fun. That's fun. It's going to be fun to explain to kids someday, like how they were conceived. Like, well, we were stuck inside for about a year and we had nothing else to do. And then, so yeah, that's that. However, I think the ones that I'm talking about were on purpose. So that's good. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of quarantine accidents. Babies, please. Somebody needs to name their kid Corona. Spell it all weird with a K and an apostrophe. Right, that'd be fun. All right, well, that's the NFL draft. I mean, also a lot of cool stuff going on with the draft was in Cleveland. And listen, I didn't go. I was in Cleveland last week. I saw the stage. I saw what was going on. I saw what they had set up. It looked real fun. Me and my buddy specifically left a pack of cigarettes in a hotel room in a secret stash compartment that we found in the closet. Hopefully someone finds those cigarettes and enjoys them. I hope it was someone from the draft. I really hope it was like a draftee in his family, like someone who was there because they were going to get drafted in the first round, like Trevor Lawrence. I hope Trevor Lawrence found my buddy's cigarettes and was smoking them out by the lake before he got picked by the Jaguars. Or maybe after he got picked by the Jaguars. That's not a great situation. Although Urban Meyer's going to be there and he's a good football coach, we don't know if that translates to the NFL. We'll find out. Coaching is eventually going to kill that guy. So I hope not, man, because I love the dude. He won a national championship at Ohio State. That automatically makes me love him, and and Jim Tressel as well for the same reasons. Woody Hayes, fun fact, the legendary Ohio State coach, first head coaching job was my high school alma mater. Fun fact, that's true. That was like in the 20s or 30s. It was way back in the day. He was young. He was a young boy when that happened. So we're gonna talk about this. if anyone's watching. Which I don't think they are. It's okay. Hold on. You know what? I'm trying to figure out all of the yeah, okay. That's good. That's that. I figured that out now, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really watching the stream. I'm watching what's going on here. And I'm trying to figure out I already forget what I was trying to figure out. Oh yeah, if anyone's paying attention. Yeah. It's okay. Hey Marty, what's up, buddy? Marty Drexler here. Marty, you know what? I'm going to say this to everybody. You texted me like a couple months ago, and I was out of town, and I forgot to text you back, and I feel bad about that still. I haven't talked to you since then. So hope you're doing good. Hope the kids are doing good. Not much, man. Not much is up, yo. Marty Drexler is the most gangster comedian I know. He has a lot of street cred. This guy, it's very funny. I'm going to talk about this if anyone's paying attention. When Marty Drexler, my buddy Marty, was on The View, I think 2013 or something like that. They had a contest, America's Funniest Teacher, right? And they Marty sent a video, right? They had him on, and what they did is that they had a different teacher every day for a week do stand up at the end of the show, like 90 seconds, a minute and a half. And I'm watching it every week because I know Marty's going to be on it, I think, a Wednesday or something. So I'm watching this, and I'm watching the other comics, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. I think Marty's funnier than these people. It should be good. Then the Wednesday, Marty's episode comes, right? In the segment before Marty's episode, they have this dude on there with his doctor. This dude was legally dead for 47 minutes, and his doctor brought him back to life. So it's this huge, crazy story about how this guy was literally dead on the table, and that his doctor, resurrected this man from the table. And everyone on The View, as probably everyone watching as well, is just bawling. I was bawling watching this guy's story. I'm like, oh my gosh, his dad is gone, and then he brought it back, and his life, and he's fine now. And I was crying, right? And apparently the segment went long, according to Marty, because apparently Marty was in the back, not knowing what was happening. He was just getting ready for a set. He's not watching the show. He doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, this is I'm forgetting to show these. This is what Marty said. Never follow someone who dies. Yeah, listen, usually when comics do that, it's just someone who had a bad set. Marty literally had to follow someone who died, right? So what happened at the end of that segment? They just start bawling. Everyone's bawling, crying, and then they go, look at the prompter and go, next, to make you laugh. And it's just the poor guy. And I'm just watching TV like, oh no, Marty. No. They put him in the worst situation possible. This dude who came back, like I said, he resurrected. He came back from the dead. And Marty has to follow that guy. A guy who literally died. Marty had to follow him and do stand-up. But he did his best. They were not ready for it. No one wanted to hear him. They didn't. They were all crying still. Man, that sucks. But it's probably the best story I've ever heard. But this is what I had to follow. I heard Larry Miller has a good one. It's kind of similar to that. We did like a benefit for a cop or something, and it was real sad. And then they brought the comic up right after they had a memorial for this cop. So anyway, that's bad too. But this is it's my favorite. That's my favorite story. And Marty, I don't know, Marty, I love you, man. You need to tell it on stage because look, from my perspective, it's funny too, but it's your story. But it's good. It's funny. I was just talking about the Browns too. The Indians, man. I can talk about the Indians. Shane Bieber, my man, he broke an MLB record. He had 8 or more strikeouts in 18 games. That's a record. I think the other guys in that list were like Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez. Like, dude, and this guy's 25, Shane Bieber. I think. Yes, Marty, love you, brother. Here we go. You too, brother. I'll see you. Yeah. Shane Bieber may be the best pitcher in baseball. And listen, I mean, you can say somebody else, but I mean, it's close. The worst, they're very close. Trevor Bauer, or I don't know. Who else right now? Garrett Cole. I mean, they're all close. The worst you could say, now they're right there. I mean, listen, no one's pitching better than Shane Bieber. He gave up 3 runs last night. However, I mean, because he's human. I mean, he's great, but he's human. But the Indians finally backed him up. Man, I really hate when he gives up 1 run and they lose. That sucks. But they hit. Franmil Reyes and Jose Ramirez have been carrying that team offensively. All right. Listen, man, I'm trying to get people on here, and I'm sending out the link, trying to get some people on the show. It's not working. It's okay. I don't even know how to do it if they tried, because I don't really understand all the things I have here on the StreamYard that we're using. So let's figure this out together, everybody. We got some I can make a banner. I could do that. Casey, listen, brother, I'm doing this for you. One of the people I'm doing it for, right? The people that tune in regularly on a regular basis, brother. So you want to ask me something, you ask me whatever you want, brother. Because listen, Ray, he's not dead. He just can't be here. But listen, the show must go on, fam. The show must go on. And I'm trying to figure out StreamYard as I'm doing this. Usually Ray does all this, and now I'm doing it all myself. And this is what happens, man. And it's going to be most of the show is going to be me rambling like this, trying to figure shit out. But, I have to say it is what it is. What else we got here? All right, let's talk about fights. Actually, let's talk about this. What's going on? Oh, dude. Hold on, my buddy's trying to get on. I can't figure out how to do it. How does that work? No, don't remove me on the show. What else we got? How do you get someone else in? What? Ray couldn't even be available to talk to me about this. Invite guests to okay. Oh, you know what the problem is? One of the many problems is that this Yeah, that's right, Marty. That's what's happening right now. Listen, this show will be good here in a minute if I can just figure this one stupid thing out. Hold on. I don't know what that did. That didn't do anything. Hold on, let me move this back. We weren't prepared for this. Oh no, that's okay. Now, thing is, I can't get to the bottom of the screen for some reason. Like it won't let me scroll down. So I think the things I'm looking for are further down, and it won't let me click upon them, which is very frustrating. Yeah, it's not. Sorry, I'm doing everything at once. Oh, Marty, we love you, brother. Like, I can hit settings. Is that gonna help? Damn it, Ray. Look, listen. This is live entertainment, people. This is what happens. Okay. Why can't I figure out how to do this other shit? Like, I don't see anything that says let somebody else in. I don't even see them on the this is driving me nuts. Invite guests to the broadcast. All right, similar to you all sharing my guests. And we got I did that. But how do I let them in? You son of a bitch. All right, this is listen. I wish I could show you, but like, what's happening is I can't scroll to the bottom of my screen, which is weird. So I guess you can also call it technical difficulties. But yeah, this is gonna piss me off because someone's trying to save the show and I can't let them in, as I don't know how. I don't even know what else to do. What else do I do? Well, yeah. Now there's a help thing, right? How can I help? Now something pops up. It's like, it looks like you're dying. Now I got to type it in. How? We're going to figure this out together, fam. Here we go. How to let, I can't type either, by the way. So, I should be doing this on my phone. Someone in the stream. And now. And what's crazy is I can't even scroll. Now I can't scroll down to even ask the question. Yeah, I think it's on my end, the computer on my end. Yeah, it's not even letting me do that. That's fucking weird. Shit, this really pisses me off because, like, I see that there's ability to do the things I'm trying to do, and I guess I can't. Well, let me scroll down. Like, what is happening? How do I even fix this? So then I minimize, and then we do this, and then we do this, and it's just not working, y'all. It's just not working, y'all. I don't know how else to do it. I don't know how to fix it. I'm gonna blame Ray. Because it's just not working on my end. Man. I'm trying to share screen here. Okay. No, you know what? All right. At first, I thought it was funny. Now I'm actually getting frustrated. Oh, now I'm just sitting. That's okay. Listen, we're gonna figure this out. What's weird is, okay, I keep saying this, but what I'm seeing on the screen, I can't scroll down to the. I think there's more things for me to click, right? And I can't click the things I'm trying to click, and it makes it as a whole fucking thing. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what I'm looking at. What is that? This is okay. Yeah, listen, Alan, I'm sorry, brother. I can't figure it out. And it sucks because I want to have you on. This will save the show. I'm trying to save the show, and I don't think it's going to happen. All right. Damn it. And it sucks because I don't know, dude, just chat with me or something because I can't figure it out. As I said a billion times, and as I said a billion times, I don't understand. Like, it won't let me scroll down any further, which is freaking weird. Like, maybe if I tried it on my phone. What is that? What is going on? I'm just looking for like a miracle of some sort. Let me figure this out. Come on. Nah, it's just nah. Banners, brand, private chat. No, that's not the things I want. That's all I got, huh? This is all I can do. Can't do any. Yeah. Well, okay. I'll stop this mumbling to myself and actually talk about something else here in a second. Give up on this, man. Yeah, I think really what the problem is for some reason I can't scroll down to the bottom of this menu, which is super frustrating. Like I've said a billion times already. What is that? That's weird. I don't like that. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. All right. I apologize. I'm doing my best. All right. Listen, next time this happens, I'll be more prepared. Listen, like I said again, I think it's just a really weird, fluky thing that's happening right now with whatever's going on with my my screen here. Okay, whatever. Either way, fuck it. Let's talk about fights. You know what's fun? Diego Sanchez got released, and that's a weird thing, right? Oh, listen, we love Diego Sanchez, man, the Nightmare. He's been a big part of the UFC for a long time. He's one of the reasons why it became so popular. Listen, he was on the first season of The Ultimate Fighter, right? He was a great character on there because he is just a great character because Diego Sanchez is insane. He got cut by the UFC. Some weird things happened here. Okay, let me see if I can remember what I read. Okay. He was supposed to fight Donald Cerrone, which is a bummer because I was really, really excited for that fight. But they pulled him and they released him. Okay, reason being his trainer, who is insane, whose name I can't remember. Let me try to find it. It's Josh something. Josh Fabia. This guy. Diego was at Jackson Wink for a long time. A great camp. And then all of a sudden he leaves, and this guy, I don't even know where this dude came from, this Josh Fabia guy. This guy's insane. There's videos of this dude like chasing his fighters around in a cage with a knife, just like that. That's, I don't know what kind of training that is. I'm sure he is a martial artist, but he's just like some crazy dude who found a fighter and decided he wanted to train him. I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't know anything, but like there was the one fight a couple fights ago when he fought Chiesa that he told the commission that he like taught Diego how to kill a man. Watch out. He has the death grip now. I taught it to him. And the commissioner's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's saying he just like taught a guy how to kill someone. Like, what does that mean? Like everything they do is dangerous. Like, oh no, I taught him how to kill him, man. So watch out. He may kill him for real. That's what he said to the commission. What is this guy? But anyway, apparently this guy, he also like screamed at commentators, telling them how they should talk about Diego and whatnot. And I don't know if it's the only fighter he has in the UFC. And this guy's nuts. Anyway, what he did is he called the UFC and he tried to get Diego's medical records. And they called him back. And he released the phone call, which I couldn't figure out how to get if I tried, man. Right now. But basically what happened is he tried to get his medical records. Basically every doctor that the UFC has sent him to, all his scans, everything. And they freaked out. They're like, why? What's going on with him? And they said to him, if Diego can't go, if you're worried about something, or you're worried about any long-term effects he's had because of fighting, then we're not going to have him fight anymore. You know, I think I'm going to paraphrase, but what one of the lawyers for the UFC said, I think it was, I can't remember his name. Is it Hunter Campbell? Is that right? He said he doesn't want a situation where in 10 years there's a guy drooling on the floor and said, we told the UFC that he wasn't doing great, but they made him fight again. That's what he said, which is understandable. But they said that wasn't the reason why they wanted the records and whatever. And then apparently they got freaked out and they sent them some documents to go over Fabia and Diego. They basically said to tell them that he doesn't think he has any cognitive damage or any damage from MMA fighting that would keep him from fighting. And they didn't feel comfortable saying that. I don't know, for like legal battles down the line or something. I don't know. But because they didn't do that, they didn't say, no, bro, I'm completely cool. They released him, which makes sense, man. They, you don't want to get in trouble. They also said, and the lawyer said this to Fabia, and I did like this, and it made me feel a little bit better about what the UFC is doing. They're like, you don't have to worry if he ever needs anything after his career. Like, he's been there forever, so just call us, and we'll get him whatever he needs. I don't know. Diego the Nightmare Sanchez, man, that dude is some of the dude. Even in the last handful of years when he wasn't super competitive, he's still fun to watch. This guy's insane. He is the best man stare, right? Listen, Master Ken talks about the death stare. Who was a better death stare than Diego Sanchez? That guy's terrifying. The Nightmare. They released the Nightmare. It's a bit of a bummer, but maybe he'll fight for somebody else. Listen, if he's not okay, listen, one thing, you need to get to another camp, dude. Go to anybody else. This guy's nuts. Right? Teaching people fucking death grips and chasing people with knives in the cage. What is that? I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious until you see someone's, life on the line like Diego Sanchez, and he's just at the point. Listen, I don't think Diego Sanchez was ever right in the head, but it's kind of one of the things that made him an amazing fighter. I mean, they put the fight with Clay Guida in the Hall of Fame. Their Hall of Fame. I mean, that fight was amazing, and he won that split decision, I believe. against Clay Guida. Some amazing fights. That dude. I mean, he always brings it. His last fight against Jake Matthews, he kind of got smothered a bit. It's been happening in a couple of fights. He's not the Diego he used to be, but he's still fun to watch fight. So I don't know. Maybe he'll fight with somebody else, Bellator or PFL or somebody. I don't know. Maybe he'll get some money out of somebody. But also, I heard the UFC they paid Diego for the fight he was supposed to have. They also paid him his win bonus. So they're okay. I don't know what that is. That might be for as many fights as he had, probably 60 grand, maybe more. It might be more. I don't know. He's fought a lot of fights. It's probably more than that. But he got paid. So goodbye, Diego Sanchez. That sucks. I really wanted to see that fight with him and Cowboy because they used to be teammates. They're both nuts. I expected Cowboy to win, but I haven't seen Cowboy beat anybody in a while. So I was really hoping to see that happen. So about some of these fights that are happening today before they start. Cub Swanson and Gigi Chikezde. Oh man, I can't fucking say this guy's name. Gigi Chikezde. Where's the guy from? He's Georgian, isn't he? We'll figure this out. Figure it out together, guys. He's Georgian. He's from Atlanta. No, that's a joke. That's a bad joke. No, he's from the country of Georgia, which I'm not going to pretend I could point that out on a map. Although I have a map right here. I know it's kind of where it is. Kind of like Russia, kind of, sort of. Anyway, this dude is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight win streak. 5 of those in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. He beat Jamie Simmons by a TKO back in November. Dude, this is going to be fun. These guys throw. And this is Cub Swanson. We all love Cub Swanson. Dude, there's another guy who's been around forever. Every time you see him on a card, you're like, holy shit, Cub Swanson's fighting. Yes, because I mean anything. I mean, that Duho Choi fight, is that the guy's name? That was one of the best fights I've ever saw. Every single time Cub Swanson fights, man, it's fantastic. It's just fantastic. The guy brings it hard, man. And you thought he was out because he had a bad injury, I think a leg injury recently. And you thought that he might be done. Then he comes back. He comes back in his last fight recently. I'm trying to figure out where this was. If I could figure out after we tried, I've given up on the things with the stream. I can do like 2 things. I can put up comments. Give me comments. I can put them up. We'll talk about whatever you want. I can do that. I can't figure out how to put people in. Other than that, we're just going to talk about the things I was going to talk about. He knocked out Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda that knocked out the Burns kid, the Burns brother, the younger one. Knocked him out. And Kron Gracie gave Kron Gracie his first loss. Kron Gracie, fantastic. I mean, his name's Gracie, so this doesn't surprise anyone. He's a fantastic jiu-jitsu guy. And he's been subbing everybody. But he got knocked. He didn't get knocked out. He got beat up by Club Swanson in a decision. But Daniel Pineda got knocked the fuck out by Daniel Pineda. It was fantastic. He looked so good. I mean, you love it, man, because he was coming off 4 straight losses before he beat Kron Gracie. He's now won 2 in a row. He's fighting this Georgian dude, Gija. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a slugfest. It's always fun to watch Cub Swanson fight, and I always pull for the dude. I mean, he's 37, but he's still got it. 37, you might think he's on the ropes. He's on the ropes. But, look, Jan Blachowicz won the title at 38, brother, recently. Daniel Cormier, 41, brother, when he was champion. So what I'm saying is Cub Swanson still got it, and I'm picking him. Picking with my heart. I'm doing it. I'm not betting on it. I want to bet with my heart. That's not a great idea. But no, let's see if Cub can get this, baby. We also have, dude, Ian Kutalova and Justin Jacoby. Okay. Is everyone paying attention? Pay attention. Another thing I don't have the video for, right? But I wish I did. Let me take a drink. I'm getting worked up, y'all. Okay. So, at weigh-ins, in the face-off, Ian Kutalova, whose last 2 fights, he fought the same guy and he got beat twice. One was kind of fluky, but the second one was so dominant that you're like, this wasn't the first one wasn't as fluky as I thought it was. It was just a matter of time. Because it looked like an early stoppage. It was. But I think he would have got beat anyway. He was fighting a monster whose name I can't pronounce, even if I tried. But Ian Kutalova, it's a tough dude, a little nuts. A lot of nuts. He's fucking nuts. And in stare downs, he gets close to Jacoby, says something, I don't know, he's Russian, I don't know, and grabs him by the back of the neck and screams at him, right? And Jacoby pushes him, and there's a whole thing. Listen, 2 weeks ago, Jeremy Stevens pushed Clase, right? And the guy got whiplash and couldn't fight. And Dana White was not there. He yelled at Sean Shelby. It was so funny. He's like, dude, I don't ever let that happen. You can't let that happen. You're there in the middle to make sure that doesn't happen. It was hilarious that Dana was there, and apparently he's a tough guy. He's the wall. That would never happen when Dana's standing in between the guys. Boom, grabs him by the neck, the scruff of his neck, pulls him back. Right before the fight, they scream at each other, and then Dana says something like, oh, come on, man. I was just giving Sean Shelby shit for that in the hallway. He said that. I don't have the video, but check it out. You can find it on the internet. It's not difficult. There's a lot of shit on the internet. There's so much kind of shit. So much kind of shit on the internet. Sean Strickland and Krzysztof Joko. Yeah, these guys are both monsters too. Let's see what they did in their last fights. I got to get into the tapiology here. Listen, this is good. Like I said, it's sloppy. This is actually a little bit better than it was 10 minutes ago when I was trying to figure shit out. I'm just giving up on that. Sean Strickland has a win, 3 wins in a row. Eric Anders, Marc-Andre Broyat, and Alan. No, jeez, how can you just stop guessing these guys' names? He's won 3 decisions in a row. The dude's tough as hell. All right, and he's fighting. Excuse me, that wasn't Sean Strickland. That was Jotko. Just Jotko's 3 wins in a row. Man, I'm going nuts. All right, Sean Strickland coming off 2 wins of his own. Brandon Allen, who's a monster. Slick submission guy. Knocked him out cold. Jack Marshman, decision. Yeah, these are 2 guys in the middleweight. They're middleweights, correct? Division who are on tears. This is going to be fun too. This is going to be fun. We got Tarzan. That's Strickland. We got Jacko, the Polish man. Dude's a monster. Both these dudes are monsters. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited for this one. You should also be excited. Are you excited? Be excited. What else we got? Dude, okay. This guy, man, what is his name? Merab Vashalili. Man, oh yeah. Valashili. I mean, Mershab, right? Sort of Cody Stammen. This Mershab dude is a wrestle fucker. This guy will take you down and smother your ass. He'll do it in chocolate. Smother it in chocolate. He won't be gentle about it either. He'll get his elbows in there. Anyway, he's a monster. He smothers people, as I just said. Cody Stammen's pretty tough too, though. I mean, he's went against Brian Keller. He lost his last fights against Jimmy Rivera, but Jimmy Rivera is one of the best in the division. But he's fighting a really tough dude in Mershab here. I'm gonna think Mershab a decision, but dude, this guy, man, Mershab can beat a lot of people just with his style and his wrestling. Where's he from? He's also Georgian. Oh, Georgians. Georgia. No, there you go. That's my Ray Charles impression. So I picked Mershab. I'm picking these fights. I picked Strickland. Did I pick Strickland? Okay. I'll pick Strickland. I think the only one I also really wanted to talk about, Luke Sanders. You remember Luke Sanders? Fighting Felipe Colares. I got Colares, the Brazilian. But Luke Sanders, one thing I remember about Luke Sanders is he took his first fight in the UFC was a super short notice, like a lot of people. But he's been around. He's been staying around. He's had some pretty solid fights, back and forth. He's coming off a loss to Nate Manis. But before that, he knocked out Renan Barão. That takes something. Even if it's 2019, Renan Barão still Renan Barão. So there you go. And he's fighting Felipe Colares. If I say that correctly, probably not. Never say any names correctly. He has lost to Montel Jackson in his last fight. Yeah. And then before that, he beat Plata by a decision. That's most of the shit I want to talk about with the fights. It wasn't a whole lot. With the fights tonight, I'm excited for Reyes and Yuri. Like I said before, I'm picking Reyes, but man, Yuri can pop, dude. He can absolutely pop, and he's beat some real people. And when he was in Ryzen, and he beat Odemir recently, and dude's a tank. That said, anybody have any questions for me? Put them in the chat. Anything. We'll do it. We'll talk about whatever. And then I'm probably gonna take off after that a little bit. What else you want to talk about? I will talk about this, the PFL. I want to talk about the PFL. Last night, Rory McDonald, the Red King himself, Rory McDonald, fought Casey Melander. Curtis Melander. It's Casey because Casey sent me this. Good question, Casey. Same thing I usually drink, man. Just I have bourbon and Coke Zero. It's what I usually do. For a while, it was Tito's and some sort of soda, but I switched to bourbon maybe last fall. Jim Beam. I'm embarrassed. I was with my buddy the other day. I was embarrassed to order Jim Beam out because I know there's better bourbons, but I don't really know what they are because I'm not like a bourbon. And plus, I don't want to get a really fancy bourbon and ask for it in soda, right? So I'll get Tito's because that's fine. I put that in Diet Coke. That's not weird. This is a vodka. Do whatever you want with a vodka. Even a nice vodka like Tito's. Good vodka. So I order that when people are watching. But when I'm at home, I have the bourbon. I have the Jim Beam. So Rory McDonald, as I was saying, and I appreciate you being here, Casey, trying to listen. I think it's possible for me to be able to do the show like this. I mean, I'd rather have Ray, but it's me. It's this part. It's the producing part, right? And like I said, I'm having technical difficulties because, like I said, my screen isn't. I can't scroll down to the other options for my. I don't know. It's pissing me off, but hopefully we won't have to do this anymore. One of the reasons I want to tell Ray that I will do this by himself if he doesn't show up anymore. I will do that, but Ray isn't feeling well, so it's unfortunate. That said, Rory McDonald choked out Curtis Melander last night in the PFL in the first round because Rory McDonald is one of the best welterweights in the world still. He signed over a year ago with the PFL. It was big news, but this COVID thing happened and he hasn't fought until now. PFL just started up their season. This is their second fight. I think Fabricio Verdum fights next week, and I think Kayla Harrison fights next week as well. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Kayla Harrison, she's so good. She's a 2-time gold medalist in judo. She's from Ohio. She's from the Dayton area. My buddy Andrew Law, who was also a judoka, was doing tournaments at that time. He's like, everyone knew how good she was. She was beating guys. She wouldn't have women, girls divisions. So when she was coming out, she'd just beat all the guys in her division. So they knew how good she was. She won 2 gold medals, which, I mean, in judo, Americans are supposed to win medals in judo, let alone gold medals, let alone 2. So she's a beast. Now she's fighting MMA and she's undefeated. She's been beating up everybody so far. You think eventually UFC will get her away from PFL to fight Amanda Nunes maybe, but she's not ready yet, and she knows that. She's only had a handful of fights. I mean, she's beating everyone, but we'll see. Clarissa Shields is another one. She's about to fight in the PFL. She's a 2-time Olympian too. Yeah, that's 4 gold medals. And if they're able to get them to fight each other in the PFL, which I think will happen eventually, before they go to other divisions, the PFL will make sure that fight happens in one way or the other eventually. Clarissa Shields hasn't had an MMA fight yet. She has one coming up, I think, next month. I'm not sure. And I don't know who she's supposed to fight, but it should be exciting. She's a fantastic boxer, right? And man, I really want to see her fight Kayla Harris. I mean, that's such an exciting fight. I mean, listen, just 4 gold medals. 4 gold in combat sports. I mean, listen, they're not MMA, but they're sports that you use in MMA, and they're fighting. And right now, I'd say absolutely Kayla Harris is going to win as long as she doesn't get knocked out, right? But we'll see. We'll see how Clarissa Shields is doing. Man, we've talked about it before. It's really sad that Clarissa Shields feels like she has to move to MMA. She's such a great boxer. Boxing has done her wrong, so wrong. They've done women so wrong. They think they can't make money. Listen, look what MMA's done. Starting with Strikeforce and with Ronda and Misha, and then Cyborg and Gina Carano. Like, there's a huge fights for them, right? So they started it, and then Ronda's stardom carried over to the UFC, and now women's fights are huge, right? The UFC hasn't done an all-female card yet, but they could very easily, and it would be a very entertaining card. I'd be pumped for it. I mean, if they had just stacked that thing with the best women's fight, it'd be great. There's no really need to, but I mean, the point is they could, and they know they could because they just do a great job because it's just as exciting as men fights. Look at what happened last weekend. Rose knocking out Zhang. It was awesome. Valentina, dude, every time Valentina fights, it's awesome. It's an event. She's going to fuck somebody up good, and she does. Amanda Nunes, same thing. But these ladies, Mackenzie Dern's been on a tear. Joanna, there's so many, right? I can go on forever. Point is, they're just as I find nothing less entertaining about them about that sport because of their gender. Nothing at all. Not even a little bit, right? So the fact that boxing hasn't figured that out yet, and like I think Clarissa Shields, the most she's made on a fight was like $100,000, I think, maybe less than that. I don't know. She's the best in the sport by a lot. So she wants to keep boxing, but she has to fight MMA to make money. And yeah, you can say $100,000 is a lot. It is a lot of money, but I'm talking about as far as fighters, right? I mean, look, if she was as dominant as she is as a man, she'd be making so much more money, right? I don't think the gap isn't quite like that in the UFC. I think Amanda Nunes makes plenty of money. She's doing fine. So Clarissa Shields. Now, shame on you, boxing. Again, I mean, that's not new. Shame on you, boxing's fucking awful. They do shit like that. But what are you gonna do? But anyway, Clarissa Shields supposed to fight in PFL. Rory McDonald fought last night against Melander. I like the PFL. I don't like they don't throw elbows. That's weird. I mean, in their tournaments, it makes some sense, but it's because of the way they set things up. They do it like a point system and like a league, right? You have so many. This for your season, you have so many guys in your division or girls in your division, and then you fight them and you get points, and there's like a playoff. And the winner of that gets like $1 million. I think $1 million. Lance Palmer from Columbus has won a couple. He's their champion, reigning champion in the featherweight division. I think he's with Alpha Male out in Sacramento. But he's from Columbus, Ohio State graduate wrestler. But PFL show was all right. What they tried to do, they didn't do it in their first show. I'll talk about that in a second. But last night or Thursday night, they tried. They took a page out of baseball's handbook from last year, the COVID games, and pumped in fake crowd noise during the fight. And it was weird. They tried it out. Good for them for giving it a go. I think it was a bust. It's weird. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I'd say let's not do that anymore. It was creepy. Oh no, you guys still there? You still there? All right, I lost you guys. Hold on. You know what? I can do this. Look at that. You do that. Especially this episode. If this episode gets more thumbs up than other episodes with Ray, I will piss him off. So let's do that. Let's get as many as possible in comments. Everybody tell Ray how good it was without him. Also, PFL is the new ring announcer's lady. I forget her name. Garcia, I think her name is. She's great. She's really good. They didn't have her go win the cage, which is probably a COVID thing. But she did a really good job. I think she's really good. I mean, like her and Lenny Hart. I mean, we talked about before. Like, why don't more women get a shot at ring announcing? She does a great job, right? She's super articulate. She's fun. She does a great job. Wearing a badass dress. And the first PFL show, Anthony Pettis fought Clay Collard. Clay Collard beat him up, man, for 2 rounds, and Anthony Pettis almost came back and beat him in the 3rd round. I thought it was great. Watch that on ESPN if you can. If ESPN Plus, go back and watch those PFL cards. They're fun. They're good. They're good stuff. Also, I have to talk about this. Hold on. We'll do this. Ready? Boom! He's out. Roel Romero is out in his fight against Anthony Johnson. Anthony Rumble Johnson in Bellator. It's a bummer, man. That was going to be a great Bellator fight in their light heavyweight championship tournament. And he's out. He's hurt. It's not going to work. Anthony Rumble Johnson is going to fight. It's in a couple. I think it's next week. Yeah, so it's a bummer that this got pulled. Yeah, it's next week. And he got a substitute. The 7 wins and 2 losses. 29-year-old Jose Augusto Azevedo is going to fight this guy. He's coming off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row. He's winning by submission. See, submission guy, beating some guys by submission and knocking them out. So it's Pop. I don't think he'll beat Anthony Johnson because I don't think he's fought anybody like it. He has not fought anyone like Anthony Johnson. But Anthony Johnson probably has a little bit of ring rust if you believe in that, and it seems to be true with most people. So we'll see what he does. But I'm going to pick Anthony Johnson. So I think this has been the best episode we've had, except for that like 10 minutes when I'm trying to figure stuff out. Like when I just gave up on it and just started ranting, that's when things got better, I think this is a very sexy show. And like I said, if I had a producer on this, we could do this. But, I'd rather have Ray. But I said, dude, the thing is, the show's got to go on, bro. The show's got to go on. Randa Marcos is fighting tonight. She needs a win. She's like 10-11. She needs a win. She's fighting the lady who's 8-1. I'm guessing she loses, but I hope she wins because I want her to be around. Sam Hughes, Little Lot Bomb is fighting too. That should be a fun ladies fight. Should be good. And as we talked about a little bit last week, but this is we didn't know if it was for real yet or not. Now, TJ Dillashaw out of the Sandhagen fight next week, so that's going to be a bummer. I don't know what's going on with that. And then after that, the Font Garbrandt fight. We're going to have fun with that because, like I said a million times before, Cody Garbrandt's from where I am, and I don't. His uncle who corners him a lot is in town where I live, and it's going to be fun. Ray and I might come down and watch it at one of the bars down here because I think that'd be kind of fun. All right, y'all. I think that's it. It is. This is fun. This is good. I think now I figured out that I could do this. It's I ramble a lot. I would need if I had more comments, more questions, right? Some guests. This could be done. Maybe in the future I'll do my own thing. I don't know. But the thing is, next time Ray will be back. Hopefully. Okay. We talked about all the things we wanted to talk about. I believe. Let me double check the news cycle here. An MMA draft. What is that? I don't know what that means. Kamaru Usman wants to talk again. He talks a lot. But when you win that much and you're that badass, you can talk as much as you want. Zabit says he wants to retire. Okay. It's probably just pissed that they haven't given him a fucking fight. It's not his fault. Anyway, that's that. This is the Tim Danko Show. All right. The Bro Plata Tim Danko Show. I hope you guys enjoy it. You probably didn't. No, actually, I did. It was fun. Like I said, I could do this. I don't know how good it would be. It was fun. Not fun. Do we have any more comments? Oh, JC Jones. Well, I like Bang energy drinks. No, I've seen the CEO of Bang Energy Drink. I'll see that meme. It's hilarious. The memes. It says the guy looks exactly what you think he'd look like, and he does. That guy. But no, man, I don't really drink energy drinks, period, because I have Tourette's and I'll freak out and then my heart gets too fast and I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. So I don't really drink any of them. But Bang, no. All right. Well, that's it. For Ray, who isn't here, I'm Tim Danko, and my cat is literally pooping on this table right now. Look, I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to show you.